Hey guys, it's JayCee Chandler back again. Hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you had a safe fireworks day. Fireworks went off until after midnight. Well, I didn't go to bed till after midnight, but they were going on pretty darn late. So it was a late night for me. And during the time, I was brainstorming, trying to think of what I wanted to do as a create along. And I wanted to revisit, there's a video that is the most popular video. It's got 10,000 views, 10,639 views. And it's video number 17, how to use double-sided tape with nail foils. And I just wanted to revisit that because I think in that video I did everything but finish the piece with resin. So this may be a long one, and if you can't sit through the whole thing, feel free to pause and come back. There's also a function that I wasn't aware of, but if you can't really, don't have the time and this is a really long video, if you are watching on your mobile, you can tap the screen, just hold, and it will speed up the video if you want to do that. But whatever you decide, I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you for pushing play. I want to thank all the subscribers, and I want to let you guys know that we, as a community, are almost 1,500 strong as of today, July 5th. We are 1,420 subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I am so grateful for each and every single one of you. If you're not a subscriber and you're just pressing play here and there, I appreciate you as well. I'd appreciate it if you could all just give me a comment. Let me know how you feel about the channel, what you'd like to see. I'm really hoping we can hit 1,500 before the end of July. Is there anything you want me to create? Anything you want me to try? I'm open for suggestions. So with all that said, one more thing, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, that's linked below. If you could click on that link, answer the questions, and join the community over there as well. All right, so all of this looks like a lot, and the way that we're gonna use it, now I'm not necessarily gonna use everything, but I just wanted to show you what's in my brain. This is my brain right now. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's a couple of ideas that I have, but I wanted to make sure that I use double-sided tape. I wanted to use washi tape and some wood blanks. So let me show you what you got, and if you want to create along, here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some wood blanks. These are about 1.5 inches. Well, this one is probably, let me measure this for you because sometimes that helps. Okay, so this is, about 1.5 inches. And then I have some smaller earrings that are right around, 1 inch. Okay, so I can't decide if I'm gonna use, this style or this style. I think I'm gonna use this one because it's a little less work, but this one has a opening, and if you watch the video number 8, it'll show you how to get inside the circle if you decide to do that. So I'm gonna put this to the side, but by the way, I do have these blanks. They come in 3-piece sets, and if you're interested, comment below. I think I took them off my site because I wasn't sure if I had any more, but I do have 3-piece sets available. I think I have about 8 of these left and maybe 3 of these left. So comment below if you want to, at some point, recreate what we're doing today. So wood blanks you'll need. You're gonna need some washi tape, metallic preferably, because it is beautiful, and the end product is amazing. So washi tape. You're gonna want something to stain your wood piece with, like this one. I've already stained this one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna use this one today. I'm gonna do this one in a different video. I have these available as well. I have a few of them. I don't know how many, but if you're interested in a couple of these, let me know. So what I have here are Archival Ink Pads. And I just, replenished the moisture on this. I have the refills as well. Everything that I am using in this video, you will see in the links below. But you've seen these before, guys. These are my favorite. Actually, they're my only ink pads. And I don't want anything else because I'm not gonna need one. I have the refills. For each one of these colors, I have the refills. They come in, what are they called? Those little tubes that you can use. I can't even remember. Droppers. They come with droppers, and all you need is a couple drops to re-wet these. That'll be in the links below if you're interested in that too. You're gonna need some double-sided tape. You don't need one this big if you don't have it, because they come in various sizes, right? I have way too much, but I'm gonna see which one I want to use, and I think it's probably gonna be this one. Well, it may be this one. We'll see. You're gonna need some ear wires. These are one kind. They have the pinch bail on the bottom, and that will go straight into the hole there. No jump rings needed. I'm thinking I want to do something different and use this one and add a charm using these ball pens. And these ball pens were on a Temu haul that I recently did. And if I can find a link for these ear wires, I don't remember where I got them from. It was either Amazon or Temu, but you can make your own if you want. And then these beads are part of a purchase from, I think it was Hobby Lobby. So it won't be a link there. You're going to need, and maybe some toothpicks, depending on the kind of wood blank you use. Once you put your your double-sided tape on, you're gonna wanna have something that you can poke through the tape and get that all the way through. This I may be able to do with a file, so you'll see what I'm talking about, but some toothpicks, maybe. You're gonna need a file, emery board. I have a link. Everything is gonna be linked below. You can use an emery board, you can use a regular file, you can use sandpaper. Just don't make it such a hard sandpaper. I have some sanding twigs, which I've shown before. They come in packs like this. Links below. You're gonna need, what is this called? A needle nose plier, flat nose. It's not a flat nose because I think the flat nose is square, but a flat edge plier. And I'm using my multi-step bail pliers because I want consistency with the if you're not doing a charm or a bead on your ear wire, you don't need these. But you can also use a pair of round nose pliers. I stopped using these when I'm trying to make loops because I want consistency and I never could get consistency. So I'm using these. You're gonna want something that you can stick your wood piece on for when you use your resin. UV resin is what I'm using. I like to use UV resin. I don't do 2-part resin. I can't stand waiting for the 2-part resin. I think it's a 24 hours. It's more than 15 minutes. How about that? And I may move to 2-part resin depending on the projects that I do. You guys have seen me talk about a bunch of resin projects that I have been playing around with, so maybe 2-part resin is in my future, but right now I'm hooked on the UV resin. This sticky pad is linked below, but it will keep your piece from moving while you are putting resin on. So let me move these out of the way because I don't think I'm going to use these right now. This is going to be another project. These are already stained, so that's how they are. Move that resin. Let's see, we're going to move this out the way. Let's get this out the way. We're going to move this. All of this is going out of the way until I need it. Let's see what else we got going on. We're gonna move this. I'm gonna move these out of the way. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you are off. As of the time of recording this video, it is Friday, July 5th, and I'm off. And I've been off. Let me see, I had Thursday, July 4th off. I have today off. I don't go back to work till Monday, thank you, Lord. All right, so where are we gonna start? First things first, let me get the wood blanks out of here. So this is what they look like. And I think I might still have some paper on here. So let me peel that off. If you get these from me, I'm probably going to leave the paper on just for, maybe because I'm lazy, I don't know, but to protect, more than anything, to protect your piece so that you can have a nice clean surface to work on. So this is how they would come, with a little bit of paper on it. Easy to remove. Not all of the pieces that I sell will come that way, but some of them might. All right, so this is the 3-piece set. First thing I want to do is stain them. All right, so I'm going to decide, do I want a lighter stain, do I want a darker stain? What's going to go best with this? So as far as the darker stain, it's gonna give it a nice wood stain, right? So that's this ground espresso. I'm not sure if I want that color. I think I want a lighter color. So let's see if the vintage photo would be good. And I think the vintage photo is my favorite. So let me tell you what colors I have. And if you have this set, you choose vintage photo, ground espresso, black soot, I like that one, and hickory smoke. This one is awesome as well. I like all the colors. So right now I'm just going to use vintage photo because I like how it looks, and really it's really just a simple dab. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna grab an old one of these because I don't want to get the ink on my pad here. So what I try to do is I'll put it down and I dab it, and just dab it until I'm happy with what it looks like. Or you can just slide it across if you don't want the dabbed look, right? So there's that one. And this will be the back of the earring, right? This will be the back, and the front will have the washi tape on it. I love being able to stain the wood. It gives it more of a finished look. And you can put as much as you want on here, give it a nice dark look like this does, but it's not as dark as what the other one would have made. The espresso would have been really dark. This one almost gives it a caramel chocolate, like a chocolate look. Anyway, let me see what that looks like. The earrings are a little bit lighter, and that's fine, because like I said, that's going to be the back of the earring. So let me put that away. So that's what they look like now. And that's the front. And because this is a solid, where's the, opening. There it is. This is a solid, I hope I have enough, a solid background on this. Oh my goodness, get this off. Okay, there we go. It's a solid whitish kind, so it's gonna look kind of like that. That's what it's gonna look like. So before we go any further, what I would like to do is get that tape on here. So for this one, let's see, this is perfect size, so I'm going to roll this out, turn this down this way, press it down, and then I'm gonna do this one. That should be covering the whole thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this. And those are ready for me to do something with. But before I go and do anything, I wanna varnish this down. Go ahead and push the tape down onto. See why I didn't want to put this down here? Because that stain doesn't dry right away. Alright, I'm going to put that in front of the fan just so it can dry. Let me get this one. So I'm going to use a larger tape. Oh, wrong side. Press that down. Get that out the way. All right, let me varnish this. So this is gonna take a minute to dry, but one of the things I think I can do is dab this with some paper towel to, look what I did. Dab that with some paper towel. Let me go ahead and file the edge. This is what I need to do. I'll file the edge. It comes right up. It's just, I didn't want to have to fight it on this here. So the file that I have, I like to use to get the edge, get the double-sided tape off. And to me, the easiest way is to file it. You could cut it off, but you're still gonna have to file at some point because you want to get that sticky stuff off the sides. So let me go ahead and do that with this. My fingers are probably gonna be full of stain, but that's part of the process, right? If you are watching this video and you've seen the other one that I'm talking about, number 17, that's the number 17 is in the name of the video. That's why I keep calling it number 17. I used to number them to make it easier, but I kept losing track because the numbers wouldn't be consistent. Look at my fingers. The numbers wouldn't be consistent because the shorts count as videos, so I decided I'm just gonna let the videos be what they be. I'll name them and leave the ones that are numbered. I thought it was gonna be easier, it just wasn't. Not for me on my end. All right, let's see. I'm going to have a really hot mess of a pair of hands here, but I'm gonna go with the flow. Now I'm gonna file this, and y'all see that hole in there, and I'm gonna use my toothpick for this, but we shall see how that works out. All right, I just cleaned up a mess that I'm gonna have to do all over again. And if you've tried this based on the other video, I'd like to hear about that as well. And you're welcome to join the Facebook group and post your creation there. We give feedback. We share great information about where we get our supplies, how to do stuff. It's a great community. We're there for supporting. Nobody's competing, so if you're a newbie, nobody's judging anything. We are absolutely cheerleaders over there. We don't tolerate any negativity. That is not how we roll. Same here on this channel. Let's see. All right, this is gonna be amazing. I'm so excited to redo this. I'm not excited about my brown fingers, but it is what it is. Let me clean these edges off nice and clean. We're gonna be staining these edges as well because I am just filed off all the color. That's okay. Yes, nice and smooth. I like a nice smooth edge because we don't want to feel that sticky tape. So we're gonna do that all the way around. And then we're gonna wind up peeling this tape backing off. So let me get this cleaned up and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So got a little bit of that stuff off my hands. Next step is we're going to put a hole in here. This is where your toothpick will definitely come in handy. For me, that's how I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do the hole now. I'm going to show you how I'm going to file the inside, but I need to have this stuck. So I'm just pressing to the side. I've never done this size hole before. I've always done a smaller hole. So press that back down and let me get this tape off of here. So you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to press this down inside there. But I'm gonna go ahead and file that off with one of these skinny boards. I should have did that with the paper on it. Live and in color. That's how we doing this. Let me see. I need a really rough one. There we go. I'm gonna push that. I'm just pushing against that sticky side. I'm gonna do this a different way on the other one. Yeah, that's not working. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to put a little more stain on this. So I'm scraping, pulling, I'm pressing and pulling through the hole. Yeah, the way I did this is not the way that I should have, but that's okay. We're gonna work with that anyway. Here's how I should have done it. I should have done it with the paper on it. That's what I should have done. Filed it with the paper on it. Let's see if this works. We shall see. Never done this hole before. Pull it through. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Yep, so I'm pushing this through and then I'm pressing against the edge of the hole and then I'm just filing down. Pushing it through, filing, press, file, press. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one now that I have a rhythm. So I can get that off that hole. There we go. Do it over here. go. Got it all. And I just want to get that little bit right there. All right, so I should have done that with this one. I'm gonna do it with this one before I peel it off. I should have chose a different blank, but that's okay. I think I got a rhythm here. So I'm pulling it through, pressing against the hole. I'm also filing my nail or my finger at the same time, but it's not hurting me, so there. Let me do that. And there is the excess right there. Do it one more time. Push through and file. Push through and file. There we go. All right, so this one turned out to be a bit of a challenge. No worries. Let's go ahead and clean this up and move to the next step, which is the really fun part. This is not the fun part, although all of it to me is very meditative. All right, let's get this straight and get back to business, baby. All right, so now let me go ahead. So I got this one already peeled. I'm gonna peel this one. Come on. The nails aren't that long. There's that one. And then I'm getting my fingers dirty again. That's because the ink hasn't totally dried. Sticky, sticky tape. All right, now we're getting ready to work with various pieces of this washi tape. Let's do the earrings first. So I'm gonna go this way, and I'm gonna wind up ripping the washi tape. Doing it in chunks. This thing is sticky. Chunks, little pieces. Let me do it this way. Little piece right there. And this washi tape will stick to this tape really good. All right, let's get some of that. And I'm gonna file this off as well. Let me go away from the table because I don't wanna have to clean up again before I'm done. So there's that. I'm gonna leave the top of this because I don't wanna have to fight that hole again. So I'll do that. That off. All right, so there's that. That's gonna be the way that looks. Let's see if I can do this. All right, so there's that one. All right, so we've got the edges clean off of each one of these. And this is what they look like. We need a little bit more cleaning right here. And inside here. This is just me being a little extra. You do what you want to do. I just want to make sure I am all about the clean edges, even inside. So that's just me being a little extra. Especially if you're going to be paying, you know, asking somebody to pay you for a piece of handmade creations, you're going to want to make sure you have everything refined and worth what you're asking. So you fine tune it the way that you want. All right, there we go. I feel better about that. Let me clean up a little bit more. Now we're ready to go ahead and get those edges stained, restained. All right, I want to make sure that everything that we filed off is back. So I'm going over the edge like that. And I'm going to let this dry because I don't want my hands to get messed up again. All right, so there's that. And I like the antique edge that this brown gives. Look at there, my hands are getting messed up again. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get the edge really, really good. Right there. There we go. All right, so those need to dry, and I'm gonna go ahead and get them dry in the fan. Okay guys, had some technical difficulties. Sorry for the blurb in the video. Well, these are dry as they're gonna get. We're ready for some resin. So let's go ahead and get that done. And one of my techniques for resin, first of all, sticky pad must have. One of my techniques to do resin is to paint or brush using a brush, some resin on to get a coat. Sometimes when we're dealing with washi tape, especially the foiled one, the resin will pull away from the edge, and to counteract that, it doesn't always work perfectly, but to counteract that, I try to brush on a thin coat. Let me clean this off. I'm gonna clean that off because I think, yeah, it's got some marker on it. So let me get some, clean that off. Yeah, see that from my fingers. So let's clean that off and then we'll dry it as well. That one had a lot on it. Squeaky clean. Yeah. Alright, so I don't mind the vintage look on here, but we want to make sure that we got something for the resin to stick onto. So another thing I'm going to do is just kind of dab it dry. And sometimes, depending on what I'm deciding I want to do, I might wipe it down with alcohol, but that was just a regular wet wipe. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and just brush on a coat, thin coat, not a whole lot of resin onto the piece, and really thin. I just want to give the next coat something to grab onto once this cures, and then we're going to really dome it. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Literally a thin coat. So I'm going to steal some from here and do that. And then I'm going to put it under the lamp. This is going to be so beautiful once it's domed. Oh man. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this under the light and I'll be right back. Alright, so we've got the first layer. And it's, if you can see that, I've left this texture like this. I think it's really, really cute if that's what you're going for. I want to dome these, so I'm going to let that texture get covered up, but that's a beautiful texture. And you know, one of the things you can do with this is possibly just kind of sprinkle some mica powder on top so it'll catch the top grooves, but that's another tutorial. So let's go ahead and get some resin on here to dome. This is the second coat, and I'm using a tool that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I think this is a clay sculpting tool. I'm not sure. I used to have a weeding tool. I just don't know where it is right now. It's been a while since I've seen that weeding tool, and it's possible I may have tossed it, but use whatever you prefer to use. Some people use toothpicks. Some people just brush it on. I like to have a little bit of control with my resin on the edges, so I may do another coat, but there's that. Let me go ahead and continue. Now this is definitely a UV resin, and I'm using a UV light. Some folks that I know that's in the group, one of the groups that I'm in, they use 2-part resin. It's all preference. Nothing, not one is not better than the other. It's just whatever your preference is. I prefer UV resin because I can complete my project quicker. I've seen some of the projects done with 2-part resin, and they come out all amazing. Some people say they can see a difference. I don't necessarily see a difference in the quality of the resin finish, but if you can and you prefer one over the other, go for it. All right, do this last one, and this will go under the light as well, but I'm going to try to pop any bubbles if I see any. I think this is going to be a really pretty set. I think I'm going to change the ear wires that I have chosen because I think I want gold on here. because instead of the silver ones that I chose, I want the gold to pop out. I definitely know that I'm gonna do another coat. So here's that. And I'm going to give it a little bit of a light to try and pop some of the bubbles if they're there and I don't see them. And that's not domed as much as I want, but I think I'm gonna resin the back as well. That's gonna be pretty. All right, let's go back under the light. All right, here we go. Nice finish on here. I'm going to resin the back to give that a nice clean finish. And I'll come back after it's complete and we're ready to put the ear wires on. I'm not gonna let you guys sit through a couple more layers of resining, so. All right, guys, so the front and the back have been resined, and I want to change the ear wire that I initially said I was gonna use. These are freaking gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So what I want to do, let me close this resin up so we don't get it everywhere. Clear the place of, clean one more time, and give you guys a peek at what we have here. So that's the back, beautifully stained, very rich, very, very, very nice. I love that vintage photo. And then there's the domed, and it could be domed a little bit more if you like, but I like the shine and the layers. This is one brushed on layer, another layer just resined, domed out, and then another layer. So you got 2.5, let's call it 2.5 layers of resin, which took no time at all. So initially I pulled these out and said, oh, these are gonna be great, no jump ring, but I need to do a little more. I'm sorry, these need more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on a gold, let me find my gold ear wires. Where are you? I've got some gold ear wires. These are not the right color gold. I don't like the yellow, but because of the jump ring that I'm using, I'm gonna use jump rings and do something different with these. So I'm gonna do 2 here. I did not create these. These are part of a set that I purchased from Amazon. And these are, I saved the, I taped it backwards. No, there it is. I can't see if these, oh, 10 millimeter. It faded. It's Bead Nova, and it's 10 millimeters. So I'm just gonna open these. I can open these with my, oh, no, I can't. Oh, they're strong. That's why I got them. We wanna have durable, so we're gonna do, oh, wow. What gauge is that? Let's see. I'm gonna do this size on the pendant. So I'm gonna close that. These are really strong. These must be 18 gauge. And that's good stuff. You want some strong. But I'm gonna do a second one. For a unique style, because I'm gonna put this on. Ooh, That's a strong one. I'm gonna put this on a leather cord. So I'll find that in just a second. I don't think 2 of these will fit in the ear wire, but let me try, because I would really love to have double. No, that's not gonna fit. It won't fit the way I want it to. Let's see. I might have to do a smaller gauge, a smaller jump ring. Well, let's see. It might work. Close this up. And then do this. You can finish these off any way you want. For me, today, I'm just doing it this way. Let's see. I might have to do one more jump ring just to make it lay right. Let's see. Smaller jump ring. So it's simplistic, but I'm gonna do another jump ring just to make it stronger. This is a really light earring. Look at that. That's not cool. I'm gonna start making my own ear wires, truthfully. Because I don't like these coils on here. See how that fell off? I don't like that. There's that. But I'm going to do another double jump ring just because I want this to have a certain look. There we go. Uh-oh. I didn't get it around the whole thing. I missed one. Slow down, Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And that. Open, twist, close. Look at that. I like it. I like it. All right, let's go ahead and do these, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Close. That's a strong jump ring. I need to remember which ones I got, because I'm gonna want to keep these in stock. Let's see what gauge that says. 10 millimeter. It doesn't say what gauge it is. Not on here, but it will in my orders. So once I see what the order history is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's that. We're gonna do 2 jump rings over here. So I'm not sure how long this video is, guys, but I appreciate you hanging out with me, bearing with me while I make my little mistakes, having the technical difficulty, yada, yada, yada. Never, ever perfect, right? We just deal with what we can deal with and control what we can control. Technical difficulties is not one of those things we can control. So this time I'm gonna open this up and put it on. Make sure it's closed. good. So here's the earrings. I like these. I'm glad I put them on gold too because of the gold in the washi tape. I like that. That's gonna be very nice. And let me put this back and see if I can get that leather cord. So I decided to put this on a combination of a leather cord and organza mesh ribbon. And I'm gonna do it this way. These, I don't think they come with gold finish in findings or finishes. So no one's gonna know that this is silver unless you show them while you're wearing it. But here are the earrings and the necklace set. So let's see what that looks like on white. What do you guys think? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Let me know what you think and if you think you will create them. If you're interested in any 3-piece sets, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I will make sure that I get right back to you. And let's see, what else do we have? I've got about 8 sets left of this, and then 3 sets of this style. I have all kinds of wood blanks. If you're interested in any blanks, let me know and I'll be happy to get back to you. But here's what I did with these. Oh, look at that gold popping. Oh, I love that, love that, love that. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and go have an amazing day. See you soon. Bye.